The second is preparing to live stream the meeting from Zoom. I'm assuming that means we're already streaming, but they have not provided me a link yet. One moment, please. Should we do the entire episode in a British accent?
No.
Okay.
Welcome everybody to
Sounds good.
another bonus ep of What's the Scenario podcast, a podcast where we take hypotheticals, what ifs, moral dilemmas, and we bat it around like a kitten with a big old ball of yarn. I'm one of
Hell
your hosts,
yeah.
Mike Feeney, being joined with me as always.
Brendan Sagalow, and also
Mike Cannon.
Hell yeah. And here we are, you guys. We do this on Mondays. This is free for everybody. So if you're a Patreon member, you know, you get to just join in on the fun. But this is for everybody. And we're live streaming on YouTube right now. So tell a friend, get in here. You can post some comments with some questions and we'll get to them. And if not, we don't fucking need you, dude. We'll fucking riff on our own.
Yes.
But we do like when you're here, and please stay and
Yes.
consider signing up for the Patreon.
Forever.
So how are you boys before we start?
Very good. A little sidetracked right now, but I'll be with the program in a moment.
Hey, that's okay. Would you like to start answering questions, or does it feel a little abrupt?
I think we can vamp for a little bit because I think there's some people that are entering the YouTube chat right now. We have to let our Patreon members go. We have to retweet. Did everybody retweet?
I'm retweeting. Brendan put it in so it's only in his replies because he didn't do the old
What?
before the thing, like the
What happened?
2008 trick you learn once you join the old Twitter sphere. I like how Nifty Biscuit always posts a fun image the second we go live. He's like ready and waiting for us to announce that we're live
Instantly. He's like the best at that. I mean,
Yeah.
he's got to do it in bulk at this point. Like he probably has a lot of them.
I guess
but-
it wasn't good enough for Brendan to share on his actual thing, but here's what you could do, but you
What
could
are you talking?
retweet it. Go to it's only in your replies because this this is a very
What are you talking
basic-
about?
on Twitter. If you start a tweet with an @ somebody, it doesn't go onto your tweets page, it goes onto your replies page.
Oh, I didn't know that. So
Really?
Yeah, I really didn't know that.
That's why, like, a lot of people, when they reply to people or message, they put like a period first and then do like the
Oh.
@.
Oh, that's good to know. Good to know for next time.
Yeah.
But how about we do a little what's the scenario?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me. Hit me.
Okay. If after dying you can come back as any living thing other than a human, what would you choose?
A woman's pair of panties.
Nice, dude. Yes, forever.
Pussy farts and bloodstains.
Yeah,
Sounds like
most
it sounds
of
like
that
my
is-
hell. Yeah. Yeah.
Most of that is awful.
Yeah.
You and we have different interests
I
then,
know, I
boys.
know, but
Yeah.
I actually have that exact interest as well.
Yeah.
So I love a nice little panty sniffing.
That is the name of my next album, Pussy Farts and Bloodstains.
I would probably choose something that's dumb and fun, like a golden retriever or something, where you're like you don't know any better. Life's a ball. You're just happy to be there. I like that. I like that.
Unless you're in a family that abuses their animal.
Nobody abuses a golden retriever. It's always pit bulls.
I wonder if that's true. Like if there's some sort of statistics that show what dog is least likely to get abused, is it a golden retriever?
I've never seen one golden retriever who's been like a shaky, like I've never
true.
seen that.
I have. I actually have. I've seen like kind of a strung out, like weird patchy fur golden retriever.
Is he
that-
old?
No, it wasn't white or anything like that. Like it just looked like malnourished, and it's possible. People are shitheads. People don't know how to necessarily take care of their
Of course,
pets.
but I also think it's funny to picture some guy who's like, I can't wait to beat my dog, and then he gets a golden retriever, and he's like, well, I can't beat this dog.
I gotta buy a new dog to beat, and this will be my loving dog.
Yeah, I gotta pick a rat terrier up by its tail. I would be there's two animals that come to mind when I think of this. One, the bald eagle. I think that would be awesome. Just this big predator that
Right.
flies around and soars over America and Canada.
You
And
want to
you're
eat like
protected.
worms and fish and rats the rest of your life?
they don't eat rats and worms. They eat rabbits, unfortunately, and they eat.
Brendan's soft spot. He's like rabbits, unfortunately.
Well, I wouldn't. I would just catch fish or a bear. A bear would be really cool.
Or
a tiger.
Cool. I would like something. I mean, we are technically at the top of the food chain, but us three have very little to do with that. I would like to be like an active member of the hierarchy of the food chain, like somebody that just fucking handles business.
I would love to be like also like a panther or something, just somebody like just creeping where those back muscles are going like this.
Ooh,
you know,
man. Is there anything like cats are hot? You know what I mean? Like every once in a
fuck a
while
cat.
you look at a cat and you're like, there's something humanly sensual about the way they move and walk around. And you're like,
They're so
if you
smooth.
if you just
Yeah.
had like a bulbous shaved vagina, I might consider it.
Yeah, I'd suck a hook dick.
Just get your lip pierced.
oh.
Brendan gets his lip piercing that he's been waiting for.
I also want to get my nose pierced. I think get one of these guys.
Uh-oh.
You know, that'd be pretty
A
cool.
stud.
Maybe a stud or
Well,
a hoop.
That's hilarious that Brendan hangs out, bonds with Big J one night.
One time, I'm thinking about dyeing my
You know
hair
what?
blue.
Fingerless gloves, check. Nose ring, a Debbie check.
Yeah. I think Big J's had that nose ring for some time, no?
Oh, he has for a really long
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
It's a weird thing to add. Piercings are a thing for me where I'm like, tattoos you get forever. I feel like piercings are a young man's game. You got from like 16 to 25 to get as many things pierced as you feel humanly
Yeah.
desired. It's weird as somebody at like 30 to be like, you know what? Right here, right in between the
Oh,
nose.
I
Nice little
actually think
That is true.
Jay got his nose ring like only a couple years ago. I think I remember talking to him about that.
That was one of your bonding.
That was one of our
moments where you're
bonding
like,
moments. Yeah.
Hey, bud. So when did you make the decision to put metal through your nose? Like, do
Mike,
I have time? Or...
Stop being so jealous of me and Jay. Okay,
I'm
I
not
have
je-
I
first
have
of
a
all-
new older friend.
Okay. First of all, Jay is older than me by about a decade. Second of all, the three of us were getting along great. We were all on Molly, having a great conversation together. I see
You
Brendan.
were on Molly?
Yeah. Oh, whoops. This is the YouTube episode. Yeah, I was. All right. Bring it to my arraignment.
I
Yeah.
was considering doing it, but Brendan wouldn't let me have any because, as
You
he
keep
said,
saying that.
I
You
want it all for myself.
No,
And
you
I-
keep,
Brendan,
you
Brendan.
keep whining about that, but
Brendan, let me-
it was
Whining. Look at him
either-
taking shots at everybody.
Let me
Yeah,
get. hold
because
on,
you're
hold
coming
on.
at me.
I
Yeah,
wasn't.
I
right.
was just gonna defend Brendan.
Please defend me, please.
All right, well,
I could
so-
use it.
So
Come on, old friend, defend him.
This
Old buddy, old pal.
Yeah, I'm Shadow from Homeward Bound, and you two can fight it out for Sassy and Chance. But
You guys can fight it out for Sassy and Chance. So funny.
but in this situation, Brendan is correct. If there's enough of a drug for only one person to have the experience or nobody, but you get to like pretend that you're a good person by giving that other person half, you just don't. It's like drug etiquette. You figure it out. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
you just missed out on this time, and then next time, hopefully, you can.
What's weird about it is it was given under the pretense of here, you two can split this.
No,
Brendan
it wasn't.
grabs it and
No, it
goes,
wasn't because
I think I'm going to take this
no,
whole thing.
it was not.
And then they go,
because-
and then you said you can have the empty bag.
Shut up. That's not what happened. What happened was I asked for Molly from them. I said, do you have any for me? And they went, yeah. And they gave half of a pill, half
Yeah, a
of
little
one, not
halfie.
even a full. If it was a full one, I'd be like, of course we could have split that. But they basically gave me half a pill. I mean, an empty bag too.
And I'll tell
So-
you what, I could have used a second pill. I don't think the first pill was enough. I
Yeah.
took it and I had like, whatever it was, however long my eyes glazed over while the power hour was happening. That's how long I felt it. And then and I'll tell this more on Irish Goodbye, but then as soon as the recording ended, the fun ended as well.
For really?
Dude, it shut the fuck off like it was a button.
I had such a fun night, man. It was great. And the only reason I keep saying that me and Jay bonded is because you guys are friends with him anyway. I that was like the first time we've had actual conversations.
Yeah, us
We're like-
too,
we
man.
said- I
Really?
was like,
We're
we're gonna
on-
go-
yeah, we've been on his show a lot. We never get to talk.
Oh,
I was
okay.
like, we're gonna go get food. Do you want to get food? And then Jay was like, what was that thing you were saying, Brendan? Brendan's like, I'll catch up with you guys.
it's me just going like this.
I gotta
climbing,
see
climbing,
this.
baby.
I'm gonna see this through really
I'm
quick.
gonna see this Jay scenario.
And I came back and Brendan was like this. No, that's such a good point. Comedy is
Shut
like,
the
just a
fuck up,
road,
dude.
dude.
There was a lot of Alanisms that Brendan. Of course. I literally heard Brendan say "of course" maybe 400 times.
Hey man, I'm working on being a better person. I'm trying to share that with everybody else. So.
That doesn't mean you have to be a
Course.
yes man.
I'm not being a yes man.
No,
If
you're being
anything,
an of course horse.
you guys called me out.
Come on, you fucking.
What'd you say?
dummy. I said, no, you're not. You're being an of course horse.
That's what Alan's new contact in my phone is going to. The of course horse.
The of course horse.
Anyway, let's go to the next question, which I think we probably answered this
Well,
already. But
well, can I get one from the chat? So one of the chat
yeah,
just said
sure.
this kind of has something to do with what we were talking about. He goes, "Would you eat dog if offered?"
No.
no, probably not. Unless I don't know. Maybe if someone was like, dude, just try this, I'd be like,
Yeah.
all right.
So all you need is someone to ask you a second time.
If it was really, really good, then yeah. Yeah, I'm like the dude from Austin Powers.
Bobatu
Right.
or
You
whatever.
have to ask me 3 times.
So yeah, Mugatu. So Mugatu
Different
is
Will
Zoolander.
Ferrell
Got to
character.
from
Yeah.
Zoolander, yeah.
Yeah, it's something similar though, right?
Yeah, it's like
It's like,
Bugatu.
yeah, it's like Mustafa.
Yeah.
See, I think if I was in another country and they gave me I almost said horse, but if they gave me a dog, I'd eat it. But if it was an American dog, I'd turn it down.
So if it's like a Shih Tzu, you're cool with that. But if
No,
it's
no.
like
So I don't care if it's like an American Terrier. If I'm in China, I'm eating it. But if it's, if I'm in America where it's frowned upon and I'm reminded that there are friends, then I wouldn't. But if it's
Yeah.
part of the cultural, like it's cool. What's the difference between this and a cow? I could totally talk myself into it.
me too. I think so as well.
Yeah.
If you were on like Mount Kilimanjaro or Mount Everest or whatever, and you were camping out and your specific dog, like Feeney, if you were with Jeet on Mount Everest and he died and you needed food, would you eat Jeet?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
100%. How would you cook them though? I mean, that would be
Fire.
just
You
a
make a
tough.
fire, yeah.
Open
Yeah.
flame.
That's true. What if you had no access to fire? Would you fucking?
Well, then
would
I got much bigger problems.
Would you have dog tartar? Puppy
I don't know if that goes
tartar?
down.
All right. Anyway, any questions for the chat?
Let me see. No, they're enjoying it though, and they're talking. A lot of people are saying hello, hi guys, all that stuff. Somebody said, Stephanie 5 Alive, who is such a delightful beacon of positivity. She said, "Do the nose ring, Brendan." I also agree. I think you should just do it. Just be,
Cool.
just be
Just
JV,
be Jay.
Big J.
Just be Jay.
Yeah.
Just become Jay.
Yeah, become Big JV.
Well, I've always wanted like a lip ring or a nose ring, but I think the older I get,
Really, you
The more-
couldn't tell that by your T-shirt.
that's funny. The more people that I see, the more people that I see with a lip ring, I'm starting to get grossed out by that. I'm like, there's
I
something
was
about
so close to getting that, and then I had the eyebrows, so I was like, I'll go either opposite Tom
Yeah.
DeLonge lip or this one. But
Ugh.
then they told me that like a bunch of people told me that like how like truly bad it is for your teeth and that it wears down the enamel and like
Yeah.
just kind of like scrapes and
yeah.
ruins your gums and like really badly. And I
Ooh.
like, I got these teeth, baby. I'm not gonna go
got
ruin them.
great
Yeah,
teeth.
you ever see like what's the thing where people do it like in the middle of their lip? Like I get the
This
hoop
one?
that goes I get the hoop that goes over the lip entirely and it kind of hugs. It's
that's what I
pierced through
wanted.
here.
That one.
So that's
yeah.
fine. But have you seen the people that actually pierce the fucking lip meat
Ugh.
and then it comes out the bottom? It's like
I've
Who
never seen
told
that.
you that was a good idea?
Oh, or this one, the one that's like a stud right here, the Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
banged a girl
so
in college with
gross.
that, and she was real hot. Like that, the
Yeah.
whole look.
It
Yeah,
is
it's kind
hot.
of only
It
on
is
hot
hot.
chicks.
Yeah. Well, because this is the thing, and I'm sure she's gonna age awfully because she had the whole look, right? She had
Yeah.
she had like a bloody pulsating heart tattoo right between her tits. She had all like sleeved up the whole
Cool.
thing. You know,
That is hot.
I mean, hottest girl I hooked up with in college by far. And then, you know, the septum thing and the nose, what was and then I think she also
Labray?
had her stupid zip code tattoo.
Her lower lip, the
Yeah.
inside the lip. Ugh,
Yeah, the pure white trash.
that sucks.
Indeed.
How long did
Yeah.
it take you to get rid of the chlamydia?
It didn't. So this is the story where this was right after I got my what are those called, wisdom teeth out, and so
Yeah.
I was on. I think I sold this girl a painkiller, and then we both took painkillers together, and then we had sex, and we were like going at it, crushing it, and I looked down, and my dick wasn't inside of her or erect.
Ah,
whatsoever.
yes.
Whoa.
It was like legitimately an absolute slug on the side of my body, and I was like, she doesn't know.
Damn.
Somehow she doesn't know. I guess I'm scissoring her with my balls.
I was just thinking about it. I think Feeney would be sassy and I would be Chance.
Yeah. You think
If
so?
Yeah, because Feeney's kind of sassy and I'm like a young, spry idiot. So
Okay. I agree with you.
Anyway,
I just
Yeah.
I just
Glad
wanted to
we
give
stopped
Feeney-
the momentum to bring
I'm s-
that back.
I'm sorry, that's just been haunting me, so I needed to.
Well, you don't know what's been haunting me. I've went through a whole thing that I said to Mike. I said in my head to one of Mike's lines, and then went down a whole rabbit hole of all the fun we would have had. But I missed the opportunity, so I just
Fun,
laughed to
dude.
myself of how much fun I had inside. Because when he went, he's the story, and I went of a lovely lady with chlamydia. She gave it to him too, and then you guys are going to join in. It's gonna be real fun. But then we got this
That's
great Homeward Bound callback instead. So
It would be cool if there was some sort of like Zoom device put in our mind so people could hear our inside podcast at the same time.
oh, I don't want that.
All right, never mind.
No thanks.
Next question. Brendan?
Oh, I thought you were reading from the chat. I mean, I feel like this is a little redundant, but would you rather be a cat or a dog?
Yeah, I mean, there's.
We kind of already did that.
Yeah.
Although, here's
But I
the
think
thing.
there's an argument for both of them.
Yeah, I think the cat. Here's the thing: if you're a cat, you get left alone a lot because you kind of can be standoffish. So you're way more chill than dogs, and you require way less like running around, and you also are more self-sufficient. Like I don't need to wait for my owner to take me out so I can pee
Yeah.
and shit. I could just go in the box and then fucking go lay down in a closet for the rest of the night on top of a bunch of fucking shelves. The cat, and then I can clean myself. I feel like the cat is a much more lower maintenance kind of
Yeah.
and you're also fucking you land on your feet. You can
Mhm.
fucking jump 16 feet in the air.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
cool.
I'm gonna go cat, dude.
I think I'm going cat as well. And also to add to your thing is that like there's more stray cats that don't need to be in groups. You know, you could be a stray cat that's alone, where dogs, whenever they're stray, they usually end up becoming like pack animals and stuff.
And-
but I like
and a
being
dog
around
has
people.
to constantly defend like the owners and the home. The cat, if a burglar breaks in, my cats are just gonna run away. They're the
Yeah.
first. You'll never know. The burglars will never know I even had cats.
I feel like you guys have I think I am a dog. All those things that you've listed are what I require. I need constant attention. Whenever Nicole like grazes my hair in a loving way, my like left knee starts kicking
Of course.
involuntarily. I just like being around as many people as humanly possible. If I was stray, I would want to roll with a band of dogs. That would be
Yeah.
super fun. I don't want to be a lonely kitten on a windowsill. The chill and kind of self-sufficient thing is very cool, but again, I'm I like people.
You're a codependent boy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you're definitely a stray dog, while me and Feeney are going memories all alone in the moonlight. right, let's go to the next question. Okay, if you could pick three other people to group up with during a zombie attack, who would they be? What about picking three different specialties, i.e., an ex-Green Beret, a doctor, etc.?
Oh,
Oh yeah. I mean, we've kind of done stuff similar to this, but I would in Bear Grylls is in my thing as a
Of
person who
course.
can help me survive and
but
do that
does his
kind of a thing.
expertise span to zombies?
He can help me forage and get food, and then I'll get
Okay.
maybe I'll get somebody who's excellent with like some sort of weapon that isn't like a gun, so where they won't need to worry about having to get bullets. Someone who's like great with a bow staff or something like that, where they can just.
I got it. Joe Rogan. You got to get Joe Rogan because he shoots like 300-yard bow and arrow at an elk fucking model and drills the like perfect score every time.
He is like incredibly annoying to talk to, I could imagine, though. Like he would just be like anytime that you're like,
there goes
I just
Brendan's chance of getting on.
Do you ever feel like it's just
JRE.
he just starts going into theory like, aren't fucking zombies just kind of like us?
Wow. Yeah, I feel like there would be a lot of times where I'm just like yesing him, and then I'd be like, Jesus, does this guy ever stop? Holy shit. But that is a good answer. Yeah, Joe Rogan, Bear Grylls, Dr. Fauci.
Oh, you know who I would want too is like somebody. You know who I'd want? You know who I'd put in there? It's gonna be a wild card. I'd put in Guy Fieri. I'd put him in there because I want somebody. If I'm into zombie apocalypse, the morale is low. People are constantly worrying about dying. I want somebody who can not only make great food and be like, I can fucking take nothing and make a good banquet for all of us. I want somebody who's going to up the morale and be like, hey guys, it's not too bad. We're just hanging out, you know, like it's like, just picture it like we're going to Flavor Town, except Flavor Town, it's full of zombies, you know, like it'll be like Guys Grocery Games.
It's Flavor Town, but we're the flavor.
Yeah. We have to just.
But also, like subsequently, when he does lose hope, that would be the saddest moment when he's like, when you're like, come on, guy.
Guy Fieri's just kicking dirt, and he's like, it's fucking over.
It's fucking up. I shouldn't have spent all that money on hair dye. What the fuck, man?
I have 1,500 pairs of upside down Oakleys. What do I need them for?
You're like, quick, guy, make your flame T-shirt into a tourniquet. This question's kind of a part B to the other question, but in the event of a zombie apocalypse, what would be your hand weapon of choice?
Hand weapon of choice.
I've always thought it would be nunchucks, but I think I need something deadlier.
Yeah, nunchucks are they're just a distraction device.
I have padded nunchucks, and I used to like literally take them out every once in a while and just go after Nicole with them. It's the most fun.
I think like a crossbow or a staff is really good. A staff is great because you could keep a distance. But if a bunch of them are coming at you, like if a horde is coming at you, then
but a staff is just as like not lethal. Like you're just gonna bludgeon.
I want to Kill Bill katana, baby. I want to.
Oh, that would be good.
Just I can keep my distance. No, and then if they get real close, I'll just start spinning in a circle, fucking, just cutting throats across the land.
Eventually, that sword's gonna get fucking gonna
not if it's
down,
the great Japanese steel.
That's true.
I'm going to the thing to get it.
So Stephanie Five Alive, she's made 2 comments since we just talked.
Mm-hmm.
She said, well, first of all, she said somebody has been mean to her, which stop being mean in our Patreon. Don't do that. Listen, we're the one, she said, can you tell so-and-so that I'm a ray of positivity and to stop being mean?
Do we have a bully in the Patreon?
We have a Patreon bully, and he better not be wearing a leather jacket. But then she said, this is a continuation where she said, I have a friend that got her Monroe, which I guess that's what that piercing is called, caught on her tooth while giving head to a guy and politely kept going instead of stopping to adjust. Can I tell you a brief story?
Yeah, please.
Here's the story. It is a girl with a tongue ring who I'm not even going to say that. That would have given away who it was, and it's just not appropriate to do it.
Uh-oh.
But she had a tongue ring, and the first time that I ever experienced that, I didn't know it was going to happen. I would have shorn the hedges and made sure I was, completely prepped and ready to have some sort of, sex.
Mhm.
And the ball of her stud got caught on a pubis and fucking plucked it while she was going a little ambitious.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I bet that hurt her more than you because it like,
No way.
I mean, I don't know. It definitely hurt me, but it was more of those like, hey, like I didn't know what it was. It was the only time that's ever happened to me, and I was like, well,
It's like if when some girls do weird shit, they'll be like, give you a head and then they like pinch your inner thigh, and you're like, ow, and they're like, yeah, right. And you're like, no, not that. I had with this girl in college who would like when you would tongue kiss her, she would like suck your tongue, like tried to like.
Oh,
pull,
I like that.
Like try to pull. You would think so, but she would try to pull it out of your mouth with her suction, and like I remember my tongue being like bruised, like hurt, like it hurt for days after that.
Yeah. Dude. It just reminded me as well. Some girl in college like bit. So biting lips is fine. That's certainly part of it, and it's like, yeah, I don't mind it either. But like this girl bit really hard and also had like just sharp teeth, like they just fucking hurt. And I like at one point I was like like and pulled away, and she goes, my teeth are sharp, right? And I'm like, yeah. And she goes back in and like literally like she was being playful, and I go I literally caught her face, and I was like, no let's fucking
I had a girl that because I like a little lip bite. I like that, but I had a girl like bite me so bad that I was bruised the next day, like right here. Like you could see like the chompers, like right here. It was bad.
We skipped a question in the chat up here.
We have a
earlier.
couple, yeah.
Someone offered you $1 million a year for every year of your life to live off the grid. How long do you think you can go before heading back to New York? I mean, bye.
You'll never see me again.
Bye.
You'll never see me again.
Are you kidding? I mean, I wonder what truly off the grid means. Like, does it mean like, can I like still do comedy in any way, or just like I can't have social media, or like I can't go in public?
Off the grid means
you're off the grid, dude.
Yeah,
you're
living
in
like
a cabin in the woods.
I mean, I'll probably just get a really nice house on an island of Hawaii and live that way. I'm not gonna live in a tent, but
you have to.
I won't. But
then I guess you'll make no money.
Yeah, I was not part of the stipulation.
It is in my book.
Yeah. I would not. I would do it
in my
very
book,
easily.
Stipulations.
Yeah,
I'd do it very. I mean, here's the thing. I'll do it for 10 years, make 10 mil, and then come back and then be like, "What up, bitches? Check out my YouTube series. Crazy guy lives in big ass mansion.
Yeah.
In Hawaii." And then I'll just hire a drone photographer. I'll hire Jacob to do crazy drone footage of my Hawaii mansion, and then I'll just get 1 billion followers, and then I'll start selling out arenas.
But you don't
awesome.
get to live in a mansion. That doesn't make sense. You're off the
Sure
grid. No.
$1 million. What am I doing with $1 million?
And Hawaii is too populated for you to be
off
the grid. I feel like you're still not really off the grid.
I can go to Costa Rica in the middle of the jungle, in the middle of the rainforest, where they have all those cabanas.
Yeah, but there's like rebels
and spiders and snakes.
There's definitely not rebels in Costa Rica. We have more questions in the chat. Stephanie 5 Alive said, I'm joking. He introduced me to you guys. Okay, I don't want to cause a rift between you and your friend. Nifty Biscuit, if you had to pick one comic to be your key character witness at your trial for murder, who would it be and why?
One comic?
Yeah.
I don't know. They're all scumbags.
That's the question.
Oh, I know. My new best friend, Big J Okerson.
Jay's like, he was super agreeable. Just pretty much was all ears and never spoke much. But he said yes to whatever I said.
He said, of course, a bunch.
Yeah, he calls me Brandon on the stand.
Yeah. They're like, let it be known that the witness has said Brandon is a good guy, not Brendan. And he's like, that's a fun game we play.
Where I forget his name slightly. I think I would pick Rosebud because of her political affiliation. The fact that the Bakers have such connections in the
That's so
federal
true.
federal judicial system, I would immediately just choose that fucking vacant bitch.
I'm gonna go with somebody pretty random. I'm gonna go with like Matt Richards because he'll go on the stand. He'll be coming from HQ, so he'll have a suit on. He'll
Mhm.
look presentable. He'll be like, Beanie, oh, he's great, and then he'll just start
Oh.
then he'll start doing jokes and crushing, and the whole jury will be laughing at him and be, this guy's
Yeah.
great, and then he'll
he
take
starts
out.
doing magic.
Yeah.
He'd have a favorable opinion of you until he saw your impression of his voice.
Yeah.
How do you guys think he talks?
Just like this, like
a
us.
Oh,
person.
that sucks, and it's
Yep.
wrong, and it's
Yep.
offensive that you don't think he has any more personality than you. guys.
We're not the wrong offensive ones.
Yeah.
Here,
And
buddy.
Brendan and I are very charming.
You
and
guys
very-
belong in a
Very
fucking
articulate.
audience at SNL.
I disagree. You laugh the least out of all three of us.
You have to earn it. You have to earn the laugh, and when it's there, boy, do you know it.
No. Michelangelo Joseph, which I don't know if that's how you say it. Do you think? Michelangelo Joseph? Would you
Michelangelo?
but it's Mick. Whatevs. Would you rather be the smartest or dumbest person in the world? Your intelligence stays the same while everyone else's changes.
Dumbest. Because being the smartest is just if everyone
It's
else
a
is like,
burden.
if everyone else is stupid, it's just annoying, you know.
Yeah, the dumb people I know are the happiest people I know.
Mm.
Everyone who's smart that I know tweets 14 times a day about politics, and they're the least happy people I know.
Yeah, everyone who I know is smart hates themselves and their lives.
Yeah,
Right.
and everyone around them for not being as smart.
Yeah.
And it sucks for them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm already not the smartest, and I hate most people for that reason. Dude, like, especially now, like people just posting various theories about things, like, politically, socially, whatever.
Yeah.
You look at it and you're like, am I crazy? Am I fucking out of my mind for having a nuanced, relatively educated opinion on things while other people are like sharing @red_pilled on Instagram as their fucking major news source? And you're like, we are as dumb as fucking bricks as a country.
yeah. I'd rather be stupid and live in just that ignorance.
Oh,
you
me
know?
too, dude. I'm medium range intelligence and
Yeah.
and I'm already frustrated.
Yeah.
Any more chat questions?
Nope, nothing yet, but there will be more coming in.
Okay. I'll do another one from my little notebook here.
I don't know. I like had to refresh the page so it gets rid of the chat. I guess that while I wasn't there, but Lost in the Sauce said you missed my other question, and I don't know what that.
Let me take a look.
I don't know where
scroll.
that is or what that is.
Um,
But retype it.
yeah, retype it. If
Will do.
you want me to ask the question, or should we wait for L and the S?
Oh yeah, it never came in. Lost in the Sauce. So hit us up one more time. Libertardian, who came to a show actually in New York City. Thank you very much. I ended up crowd working her, not knowing who she was.
Nice.
She was like a part of the show. She was super cool. Of course, never said hi after. But Libertardian, how many years could you go making 1 million a year where you'd find nothing funny?
I've already found almost nothing funny, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and answer that for you. 10 and counting.
I don't know if I understand it. Like you don't have a sense of humor.
You don't have a sense of
Yeah.
humor.
Man, I don't know how many years I could go living like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
regardless of money. I guess the money is obviously the motivating factor, but
Mhm.
just to slog through a fucking year being Joe Rogan, basically. So you're just taking things literally and being
Yeah.
like, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, what do you
Blinking?"
mean by that?
Yeah. I mean, and also your
Nothing,
your
Joe.
own livelihood is gone. So how are you filling your time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess just, spending whatever money that's coming in on guns and stuff.
You can be one of those lower level comedians who decides that they're at a point in their career where they should have a documentary about themselves and spend a year making a very serious documentary.
Yeah,
Who does that?
have Jacob film it.
Oh yeah, with his drone, just drone shots.
Yeah,
Dude, you should do an all drone documentary. I did want to talk like that would be hilarious if you all drone documentary.
You can't. No one can hear you. No one can understand you.
Well, no,
You can only talk as it swoops by.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about that the other day because I watched The Outsider, which I think I told both of you about. You've seen that, right?
No.
Or
No, you've mentioned the show I think like 6 or 7 times, but every time followed it up with "Don't watch it."
Well, it's like the first 2 episodes are really good, and then it just, it goes off into classic Stephen King category where he's the only one that didn't like the Shining movie because it was too realistic, and it's like, fucking beat it, idiot. He wanted more like specters and gobbledygoos and weird shit, and it's like, yeah, that's never made anything better. And then The Outsider, the whole show, the first 2 episodes, you're like, well, this is like top level good TV. And then they just give away what the solution is. And then for 7 episodes, you know what's going to happen and nothing gets
That
good.
sucks.
And the reason I brought this up is because I think people think it's good because it has like 45 minutes of drone shots every episode. Like literally, it's like every establishing shot is from overhead, like a mile up, and you see a car going through a winding forest or whatever the fuck, and you're like, this doesn't make it good.
Yeah.
It really doesn't.
I'm also laughing at the idea of Stephen King, who's like a phenomenal writer, actually writing out the word gobbledygoos. And then Jack was stricken by a gobbledygoo.
While he's just doing a rail of cocaine. Just being like, this is good. This is good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nifty Biscuit had a good question. If you could domesticate any animal in the world to be your perfect pet, which would it be and why?
Probably like a rhino would be cool.
Oh my god, dude. Think of
What?
how much fucking money that's gonna cost you in
Oh
food.
yeah. Also, like the shits that it
The
lays
piles.
Yeah,
of
and
shit.
also where are you keeping it?
in my rhino cage.
Which is that how are they getting up the stairs to your apartment?
No, at that point, I'd probably move out to Long Island.
Yes, the home of the rhino.
Yeah, just in fucking Farmingdale or whatever.
Yeah, Hicksville, the old rhino.
Population. I don't know. What about you guys?
I think a monkey, right? Like,
Ugh.
no, all right.
No, I don't like
Sorry.
monkeys. They scare me, dude. Like monkeys and horses kind of like give me the creeps.
Monkeys shouldn't be trusted, but they seem like they're gonna at any point like rip your face off.
Well,
Horse
don't
I'm
give it
okay
a
with.
Xanax.
Love a good horse.
Like Spike from Ace Ventura, though. Like that size monkey. You're not getting an
Oh,
orangutan.
like a
that could-
macaque?
yeah,
Is
that
what it
could
is?
tear your fucking arm off and beat you to death with it.
Yeah,
not
not
that.
a chimp. Yeah,
No.
yeah. Like the one that Homer got.
Right. But also similar to why Ross had to give that away in Friends, I guess eventually it gets too sexual and aggressive either way.
Oh yeah, yeah, and then it starts
So,
like
yes.
fucking your ear and stuff.
Yeah. I guess if you have like unlimited space or, at least enough to have, I would like Mike Tyson had tigers just
That's
kind of walking around his estate. That to me seems pretty appetizing.
Yeah, that would
Now
be
they
cool.
say if it's a perfectly trained pet, so if that's the case, be pretty fucking sweet. If you had like a giant pool for it, to have a great white, just fucking own a pet great white that's perfectly trained.
Yeah.
What
yeah.
would you train it to do?
I'd fucking go up out of the water like a dolphin like this and then wait until
They're not genetically modified. They're still only capable of great white things.
He's a perfect pet. So I just
No,
fucking push a horse into the water. You're like, have fun.
No, if you get a shark, you have to become like an evil villain.
I need to watch somebody push a horse into a pool and a fucking great white just demolishing it.
Oh my god, the blood, dude.
In
The
like
bl-
6 bites.
think
it's
of the
toast.
blood.
Think
Yeah.
of the blood.
Oh, that cleanup would be not pretty.
That'd be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Eesh.
All right, we might have. Let me see. Do we have any more in the chat? No, we have some answers. Somebody said a cheetah. They're so cute. Oh,
Cheetah's pretty cool.
skanks. So not Hannah.
Oh, a cheetah would be fucking awesome.
A cheetah would be cool, like that movie Cheetah that I always talk about. Monkeys should never be trusted. Hannah, yeah. Horses scare me too. I want a meerkat. What? Who the fuck would pick
A meerkat would be cool.
Is that what Timon is?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really understand the benefit of having a meerkat. They really don't do anything besides eat bugs and sleep in the ground. But it
Would
would
you
be
like
kind
to
of
not have bugs around you?
I like not having bugs.
Yeah.
Maybe a pet raccoon would be cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
it
could-
just walks around. You're like, whoa, cool.
Just
got little
teaches you its
thumbs, so-
ways.
Yeah, I could play PlayStation with it because it
All
has thumbs.
All it eats is whatever falls out of Brendan's mouth while he's
Yeah, yeah.
It's
me
gonna
and it
be
just
one
eating-
full meerkat.
Yeah, right. I'm just on the phone with the diner. 2 cheeseburger deluxes, please.
the raccoon's like, "Mm."
I love you. Yeah.
All right, next question.
Next question.
Man hands, that's right. I forgot the Twitter handle. So Skanks is man hands. So I guess she's not giving out her real name.
Hmm. Hmm.
I wonder how big and girthy her hands are for that type of nickname. You
I
ever
think it's
Got
dated?
man hands.
I
I
think
asked
it's
her.
just the. I assumed it was just a Seinfeld toss up.
Oh, yeah, could be that as well. I actually broke up with a girl freshman year of high school because her hands were too rough.
Really?
Yeah, and
Like
they
she
were
had like blisters and stuff on
like
it.
like she was like an iron worker working with rebarb all day. They were fucking gnarly,
Whoa.
dude. And she was so hot, but her hands were like, "Gah." It was fucking weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I once had sex with a girl who was like losing her hair, and that's like the reason I didn't call her back. It was so thin, dude.
That's
Losing
like
her-
the most George Costanza. Another episode of Seinfeld. Are we just doing episodes of Seinfeld now? Or it's like,
I
like,
dated this
thick-
girl that only
thick,
looked
lustrous
good in
hair is very important to me.
Yeah, I dated some girl that only looked good in like certain light, and other lights
Yeah.
she was hideous.
Yeah, one time I was dating a girl and I hadn't seen her, and I was driving my car and I was
Picked your
doing
nose?
scratching my nose. She thought I was picking, but it was a no pick.
It was a no pick.
It was a scratch. It wasn't a pick.
Yeah, that show fucking rules.
Y'all's.
That was a great time in our lives where there was like a few like up until probably like 3 years ago when Seinfeld was on like every channel at like every point in the day.
Yeah,
Like
the
TBS had
best.
it for like 9 hours a day. You'd go over to Fox at 7 o'clock. They'd have it. It was just
That was also prime Simpsons too, because it would be Seinfeld, Simpsons swapping off, and it was always like seasons 4 through 8. It was
Yeah.
just for whatever
Yeah.
reason the best. Man hands is Alex. So Alex, howdy.
Hmm.
Next question, Brendan.
Oh, okay. If the job president of Earth actually existed, who would you want to be doing it?
oh, and Kanye knows the answer to that. But I would president of the entire Earth.
Does that
I
mean
mean,
there's
there's-
still democratic councils all across the globe, or is this one person a
I picture them just like, I don't know. I guess
Ultimate
just-
power ultimately corrupts. That's what I say. But
Yeah.
but
It'd be
for
a
sure,
nightmare.
until that point, The Rock.
I was going to say The Rock.
Yeah,
That's
he
exactly
does-
who I was going to say.
he
He's
does
the
seem-
only person. I want him and Michelle Obama to form like a super team and just be like,
Yeah.
no political party whatsoever. They're just, the people's eyebrow.
yeah.
Dude, imagine that North Korea's like, we're gonna fucking launch the nuclear bombs at America, and then The Rock is just like, and then they stop.
Yeah, it just gives him a fucking thing. Kim Jong Un just goes into a fucking thing. You know, it'd be a funny answer to be like, President of Earth, Dax Shepard.
Oh, poor
that
Dax
poor guy.
relapsed.
He relapsed again?
No,
No,
not
not
again,
again.
but after like what, 9 years or something like that.
16.
You
Damn.
can do it, buddy. Get back on that wagon. I like him. He's
16.
good. He's a good guy.
That
Yeah.
podcast he did with 7 Days Sober is such a fucking that was such a like awesome and powerful and like pretty fucking, brave thing for a
Right.
person who is who kind of like lives off this whole concept of like being sober to like fucking straight up do a podcast about how bad he fucked up. It's pretty,
Yeah. That's
pretty
cool.
honorable, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For a
you gotta-
fucking crippling drug addict.
Well, I mean, you got to own up to it if you're going to be fucking legit,
Well, so
Mhm.
now I make my answer, Dax Shepard, unironically.
Aw.
Aw. Mr. Shepard, President Shepard,
Yes.
and First Lady Kristen Bell.
I like Kristen Bell. There's something about her beady little eyes that makes her seem obtainable. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, she's not.
That show, Good Place, is really good.
Is it?
Yeah,
Good place, a good time.
it's good. It's a little corny, but like once you get into it, you're like, this is fun. You know?
No.
Okay,
What? Do you want to do one more?
let's do one more. We got any in the chat or?
Mike
Let me
left.
see. No, I didn't. I'm sorry. I was just in the middle of writing something. I couldn't remember her name. No. No, we do not have any more questions. Let's do one
Okay.
more.
All right. You're fighting a war. You can pick between having a Tyrannosaurus Rex or a tank on your side. Which do you choose?
Tank. Absolutely a tank.
Okay.
And a tank. Because a
Why?
tank, well, a tank versus T-Rex, there's no conversation there. You can murder it in any number of ways. You could stand in the top part of it and just shooting an AK-47 at it.
True.
You could just drive forward at 2 miles an hour until you crush it, or you can shoot the giant cannon at it and blow it to fireworks smithereens.
They were fucking huge though, T-Rexes.
They were. That's
Yeah,
gonna
but
be-
how
that's
is
gonna
it
be
going to
like-
kill the tank?
It bites
Exactly.
it. Arr, arr.
It
Right.
bites metal. Yeah.
It's-
If
yeah,
it
but
was
we're
a
all-
J- if you said like a Jeep with a rifle, then that's a better fight. A tank is like that. That
It's
is
indestructible.
Yeah,
but we're not doing one versus the other. I mean, ultimately, if you're fighting a war, it is one versus the other. But that's not the question. I mean, a T-Rex riding a T-Rex into battle, like a lot of that is scaring your enemy. You know what I mean? Like if you were in
Yeah.
war and they were like, they got a T-Rex, and you look over the hill,
But after the initial shock of it, when they're just like, you're like, oh wait, but we have long range weapons and we could take that out very easily from a distance. It's almost like like if this was Middle Earth, I guess that would be pretty badass to have that
Yeah.
thing. That
yeah.
We do have one more question under the wire from one
Okay.
of our from one
Under
of our
the
chat people.
wire.
Too cool, Corey. Thank you so much, Corey. First question that I've seen from you. Have we heard of from him? or
No,
her
this is our
before?
first question, I think.
Awesome. Only reason I say from her potentially is Cory. That's typically the female spelling, right? I don't know.
Cory is also men.
Oh, all right. What would you keep a collection of if you had the power to shrink items as small as you wanted? Good question.
A collection?
Yeah.
Buildings, I think that'd be cool. But I guess I could do that. I don't know. That's me. I don't know why I said that. Never mind.
Because
I'm
you
gonna
thought
actually,
of a big thing that you could shrink.
yeah. I'm
I know.
gonna think of a better answer.
if they're saying what big things would you shrink if you could shrink anything?
Yeah. I would say
Um,
porn star cock and put them all on a necklace.
What about what about a bunch of great white sharks that make them little tiny guys and they're all mad but they're little.
Well, that would be cool. Then you could have your fucking trained Shark Tank in your tub.
Yeah, dude, that'd be sick.
Oh, Corey, bringing the unity to the pod.
Cool,
Uh-huh.
cool.
Brings it all back around, baby.
Oh yeah. Now, Brendan, anything better than buildings?
People.
Okay.
I would collect people.
I mean, honestly, that's not bad. If you could shrink people to this big and then put them in a terrarium of some kind, that would be pretty fun to
I
watch.
just would
them.
like to shrink one person. I don't know who, but maybe just the first person
Rock?
to cross me, or no, it's to be an enemy. The first person to cross me, the first person to O at a joke or something like that. You just shrink them to this size and you go like that. Just,
Oh,
Dude, there's a whole Rick and Morty subplot where they shrink people and create this like apocalypse world with them. It's very funny, but that's what I picture, like just ruining people's lives with a shrink ray.
it would feel a lot less like murder if someone was this big and you just went like an ant, if you just stepped
Oh,
on
yeah.
them.
Well, that would be fun to also just like give an example of what happens to hecklers if you had like a ray gun and you're like, guys, just second warning, I'm telling you, you're not gonna like what happens. And then they're like,
guys,
if I got up and you're like, boom, just stomp them in front of the room and just blood spurts because they still have a full human body amount of blood inside of them.
Yeah, and then everybody gets weird and you're like, so I was at the mall the other day and you would not believe.
My
like,
new shoes.
Imagine what that guitar comic, if he had a shrink ray instead of his guitar, when the guy was coming at him, he just shrinks him, and everyone's like, what the fuck? You saw he was coming at me.
Oh,
One
man.
time in my life, and I swear this now before the podcast, before this life is over, I will smash an acoustic guitar over somebody's head.
I'll let you do it.
To
You
me?
know what?
For the
you?
Patreon.
If we get to 200
And
pa-
50.
250, I'll let you let's buy a flea market guitar and we'll figure out how to like not kill me, but
Yeah.
I'll let you smash it over my back,
Oh,
not on my head. I can't let you hit my head for obvious.
Oh, it's got to be the head because that's the whole
Oh,
fun
then-
of it. Is
then
that
no.
it's the hollow part.
Yeah.
Yeah, the back is like.
No, I think the back works too. I think we should still do that just to try and motivate people to get for us to get 250
right.
new patrons. But it's still going to be fun. You hitting him over the back and it going twang.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? If we had I was gonna say if we have like an NFL level football helmet, then I would let you do it. But then I remembered how many people turn into murderers from head injuries in the NFL.
Dude,
So
still,
really, it's not protecting anybody. I'm gonna go with back.
Yeah.
Well, that was our live episode, everybody, of What's a Scenario. This is a weekly thing we do. We try to do it on Mondays at 8 p.m., but because our schedules are ever shifting, we sometimes change up the time. Thank you, everybody, for being as malleable as possible and coming and joining us at 6 p.m. Super cool of you. Join if you haven't, if you're new to the show and watching this, since it's for free for the first time. Take a gander at the rest of the shit that we have on our Patreon. It is constant. We do 3 hours of podcasting every single week, plus additional podcasts, plus I do a solo podcast, which I just posted about in the Patreon right now. So if you're already a member, please post some questions, advice, whatever you got to do.
as little as $5 a month.
Yeah, for my solo podcast, because I'm looking for some content to talk about this week because Papa's running out. So definitely do that.
Running out.
I'm not running out. I just haven't put much thought into it this week, unfortunately.
I'm running out of positivity.
Yeah, I'm
So
well,
funny.
is nobody else? I feel like I kind of am.
I was saying, I said the other day, like that New York, that feeling in New York, it just felt like there was that positive energy in New York
Man,
City for the
great
first time in
energy.
a while.
Yeah. I mean, it is an interesting thing to watch, like the clouds part and people are like, suddenly the sun broke through. Hello.
All right.
Yeah, but patreon.com/scenario pod.
Yes.
Thank you so much, everybody, for being a member. We love you.